big news out of Kings Island after a bunch of teaser trailers and announcements that Boo Blasters on Boo Hill was going away. We're finally learning what is going to replace it, okay? And apparently, it's going to be one of the park's most iconic dark rides. It's making a grand return, right? I don't know. I don't know how many dark rides this park has had over the years. Has it had a bunch, or is this the only really iconic dark ride? Maybe. But Phantom Theater. Phantom Theater is officially coming back to Kings Island in 2026, scheduled to open in spring of 2026. We'll see if that happens or not. I'd be a little surprised if they have it done by then, but you never know. We'll see. Okay. Phantom Theater first opened in 1992, and it was kind of a fan favorite apparently at the time for what my research has done. I never got to ride Phantom Theater back in the day. In fact, my first ever visit to Kings Island really was just last year, okay? But people that talk about this ride, there's a lot of nostalgia for it. There's a lot of nostalgia out there for this ride. And people that talk about it say it was pretty cool. It was like this kind of spooky ride that had this like whimsical tone to it. There were animatronic characters, kind of a theatrical theme to it, which is, I'm someone who loves theater, so I love that idea of it having this like theatrical theme to it. The ride did close in 2002 to make way for what is now Boo Blasters on Boo Hill, but apparently they're gonna bring it back. So what everybody's saying is they're gonna kind of gut that building, maybe even use part of another part of the building that's like attached to it. I think it's kind of used for like a whole picture area and stuff like that. But they're saying they're putting, Phantom Theater in this building where Boo Blasters was, and it's going to have a modern twist on it. They're also, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard rumor that they're going to keep the shooter element to it, like you see with Boo Blasters, but it's going to be just a little bit upgraded, right? A little bit nicer than it is now, especially since I've done the Boo Blaster rides, and the one at Kings Island does have some issues with the guns on it. So I definitely hope that they're like just taking all of that ride mechanism out. They're getting rid of, the actual Boo Blaster cars and everything like that. I think they're going to. It sounds like they're just going to completely kind of gut that building, get rid of all that stuff, and then bring in all new materials for it, which is very exciting. If there's one thing that I think Kings Island really, really needs is it's a good dark ride. This park is stacked with roller coasters. The last time I was there, I commented on this. In fact, the past few times I was there, I kept having that thought was there's just amazing roller coaster after amazing roller coaster in this park. Even the weaker rides in this park would be considered, just bangers at pretty much any other park. But Kings Island does not have a good dark ride. Boo Blasters is fun, but it needs a good dark ride. I don't think they will, but I would hope that maybe they'll take a page out of Six Flags Over George's book, and with what they have with Monster Mansion down there, because Monster Mansion is a special dark ride. I got to do that one this summer. I loved it. I thought it was just absolutely phenomenal. Great ride. I kind of hope they, kind of follow that route, right? And say, let's just really go all in on this. Let's make this just a super immersive, super amazing dark ride, like Monster Mansion. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. But for now, the speculation is over. We know what we're going to be getting at Kings Island in place of Boo Blasters on Boo Hill, and that is the return of Phantom Theater. Okay, super, super exciting. According to the park's announcement, the new Phantom Theater will be in the Planet Snoopy section. Nothing's changing there, like I said, but it's also going to feature a lot of the original characters that if you did the one that kind of existed between 92 and 2002, you're going to see some of these people return, or some of these characters, I should say, return, right? The Maestro and Hilda Bovine. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and a bunch of others, okay? I don't know who these people are. I had to look them up, actually, guys, okay? But Kings Island is promising a modern upgrade on this, right? There's going to be updated animatronics. There's going to be some special effects in there. And apparently a fresh storyline that honors the original spooky charm of the ride, okay? So it's very exciting. I'm excited to do this. Kings Island has become one of my personal favorite parks. I love it a lot. It feels really special to me every time I go there. I just like it more and more, and I'm super excited next year to get to experience this ride. I hope it opens in the spring like they're saying. If not, maybe at the very least it'll be open during the summer. They're saying, though, they're going to try to get this thing open by spring of 2026. So I'm thinking by opening day, they want this thing going, and that would be really amazing if it was. I mean, we don't have a lot of dark rides, I feel like, in the part of the country that I'm in. I'm in the Midwest here, and I just think about, like, what are the parks around here that really have dark rides? I can't think of too many. The Silver Dollar City of a dark ride, sort of, with Fire in the Hole, right? It's definitely got that element to it. but like, yeah, I mean, Six Flags St. Louis, no dark ride. There's no dark ride up in Chicago. I don't really count the Justice League rides as dark rides. I guess they are dark rides. I should count them as dark rides, but I'm just so desensitized to them because I've done them so many times. They're just, I don't know, they're nothing special to me personally. Okay, I don't know. I guess you could kind of say that up in Chicago's Six Flags, they had that Batman ride, not the classic Batman ride, but what is it, the Gotham City Rail or something that has dark ride elements to it. Okay, but I don't know, just not a. I feel like it's just not a true dark ride like you see at like the Universal parks and the Disney parks and things like that. It'd be nice if this kind of fit into that. I'm not sure it will, though. We'll see. Mark your calendars because in 2026, we're going to be getting a new dark ride at Kings Island Phantom Theater. I can't wait to see what this is all about. What do you think about Phantom Theater? Are you excited? Are you surprised? Are you skeptical? Do you think it will be open for opening day in 2026? Drop your thoughts, your comments down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe. All those things really, really help me out a lot. All right, guys, I will see you all later.